All right, today's a good day because Cheryl Lanier's here. Hi, Cheryl.
Hello, how are you
All the
doing?
way from Texas. And we
Oh,
haven't met directly, but indirectly through the CAP program, the certified, what's it called? Certificate in Applied Positive Psychology program.
that sounds good.
All right. And all I know about you really is that you've recently got your PhD, you're doing a bunch of cool work. And how about if you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, well, first of all, yes, I'm doing a lot of cool work, making good use of that doctorate, which you know the pain and angst of acquiring that. It's a
Yeah.
1% club. But the work I do is I'm considered a performance engineer, change agent, as well as a human performance technology expert.
Woo!
You know, I know that sounds fancy schmancy, but basically I like to summarize for people, I'm a work psychologist. I help people motivate, achieve, change, redirect, strategize, course correct, confront, all those juicy words that nobody really likes, but we all do anyway. I love to tell people change is not a problem for anyone. It's an involuntary function of life. You're changing whether you like it or not. What people don't like, it's not change. They hate being changed. They hate change that doesn't mean anything to them.
Right.
And most of the time, I help people see that you change by light or fire. It's one of the two. And if you need light, I'll shine a light for you. And I have numerous ways I do that. I use human performance technology, which is a methodology that helps improve processes and procedures.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also use a system I've developed called CALM, and that's Computer Aided Leadership and Management. And I've worked with Dr. Martin Seligman to further that work and apply it to organizational change management. And he's very interested in the work I do, and I've communicated with him off and on. And then the third thing I do, I'm ProSci certified. And so I use ProSci's whole methodology, ADCAR. I do change impact assessments, job audits, and change saturation maps, all of those things to help people make changes by light. And then if there's fire needed, I also can light a fire. And I use, most of that, I use the positive applied psychology that I've learned, everything, the whole breadth of everything we've learned. And our capstone classes, our distance learning classes, and our on-site, I apply those directly to change by fire. Because it's a little more intense and it's more personal work. It's not so systems and organizational, it's more the people side of change. And then I also use a system called desire mapping. And I use that, I furthered Daniel Laporte's work as a desire map. She uses it mostly for planning and goal setting. I use it for goal meeting and strategy changes. Helping executives do that kind of nebulous, ooey gooey, granola nut, finding out how you feel about what you're trying to achieve, because that's just human. That's being human. People have feelings, and
Absolutely.
people have feelings around the work they do. So that's kind of me in a nutshell.
That's a perfect nutshell. And I love the two contrasting ways to think about why people are attracted to you, the light and the fire. So you've taken all kinds of assessments, certainly in your doctoral studies, but also in your consulting work. And you recently took the VIA to assess some of your signature strengths. Do you recall what your top 5 signature strengths are?
I do, and I hope I say them right. I have them written down, but that's behind me.
Yep.
Appreciation for beauty. That's my leading highest one. The second one is judgmental. I'm really, then social, which surprised me because I'm a total introvert. Total introvert. Spirituality, And the fifth one surprised me too, love.
Ah,
Love.
I'm not surprised. That's fun. Okay, so if you would, think of one of those 5 signature strengths and share a story maybe about yourself or maybe about a client that you've worked with where you've leveraged one of those signature strengths maybe in a new way. Anything coming to mind?
Definitely appreciation for beauty. And I like to think of that beyond just appreciation for aesthetics, what you see. I like to think of applying things that are beautiful to the entire experience of living life. You don't want an ugly life, you want a beautiful life. So who doesn't? So for me, with a client recently, this client has had a lot of trouble around a very strategic change they needed to make because it was very traumatic to make this change. And they're in Houston, so not only have they experienced having to make this change, they just went through their office building being flooded, people that work for them losing everything, and they're trying to get back to work.
Yes.
So in doing some volunteer work with the Red Cross and with FEMA, I've done some helping people appreciate the beauty that's still left, and even to get a growth mindset around surviving this trauma and getting through it. And I did that all by helping them appreciate the beauty of, even in the midst of the tragedy, people came together. The whole entire country surrounded them. The president came by.
That's right.
There was many beautiful things that happened, and it's really important to help highlight those. So I did a pretty decent job, I think, of helping them refocus and get out of a post-traumatic stress to a post-traumatic growth.
Perfect.
To make their organization better.
A moment ago, I looked outside my window where it's stormy, and there's a rainbow. And in a similar spirit, I suspect you brought beauty and appreciation of opportunities and resilience to those people. Okay, so wrap this up. How do people contact you? Dr. Cheryl, is that your website? What is this?
Yes, it is www.dr, that's dr-cheryl, CHERYL.com.
Is that the best way for them to reach you?
That's the best way. And my email is very simple too. It's Cheryl@drcheryl.com. You can send me an email. It's really hard to get me on the phone. I'm better with technology.
So I've learned. Well, delightful that you're taking a couple minutes now. Thanks so much for sharing your story, for helping others. Appreciate it.
Thank you for asking me, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.